Hello and welcome to the fourth episode of Myles and Paul Talking Sports. I'm Myles and this is Paul.
Hey.
On today's episode, we are going to have a look at myself and Paul's top 16 mock draft, as well as go through the news, particularly in the NFL. So, is there anything that interests you in the news this week, Paul?
Percy Harvin.
Percy Harvin.
Wanting to return after 4 years out.
You think he's just doing it for the signing bonus?
Well, I don't get why any teams are giving signing bonuses anyway, because you don't even know if there's going to be a season yet. So
we had the Niners, Anthony Davis, the right tackle.
Yeah.
I think 2 different years he said he was coming back, turned up for camp, took the signing bonus, and then just left.
Right. Well, I mean,
decided he didn't want to play.
Respect.
Fool me once, shame on me.
No, I don't think there's not much else apart from the big trade that everyone's been talking about.
Gronk coming out of retirement. Yeah. How good do you think he'll be?
I'm not expecting much. I like when I heard this, I wasn't surprised in the slight, and I don't particularly care either.
No, I think he'll be probably a top 15, maybe top 10 tight end, but I think I'd rather have OJ Howard.
I think he plays less games than he catches footballs.
You reckon?
No, that's probably a bit bold.
Yeah, that's a bit bold.
Yeah, no, I don't see him playing more than 6 or 7 games. I think that even that's generous.
It's just one of those things. People see it as a big name and they think that's it. The Bucks are going to win the NFC, but
yeah, this is what happened with the Eagles about 10 years ago when they had the dream team and they were just terrible.
I do think the Bucks will win 10 games though.
See, I don't. I think it's not. I don't think the NFL is like the NBA where you sign the superstars.
You stockpile talent. Yeah.
Football's not like that.
We'll see anyway. Should we get on to our mock draft then?
Yeah.
Okay, so for anyone listening, we just did a top 16 mock draft, no trades. We'll discuss where we think the trades will be, and then just anything else you want to talk about in the draft, which is now tomorrow.
I'm excited.
I am so excited for actually something to do. I mean, we'll start in the obvious place, the first pick.
I think our first 3 might be the same.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. Although no one seems to be talking about it, and I understand that it's incredibly likely the Bengals are taking Burrow just with what they've done in the off-season, but they could trade it.
Their fan base would be livid if they traded this pick.
And everything points to them not trading the pick as well, unless they really like Tua and they trade down to 3 or something. You don't know.
If that's their guy, like if they like him, then I'm fine with that decision for them. But that's a risk. Like if you take Tua and then
Burrow turns out to be great, yeah.
Yeah, or either way, even if Tua doesn't play well. But no, Burrow's my pick. I think they go for him.
I agree. I'm just playing devil's advocate. Burrow's going number 1 to the Bengals. Number 2,
Chase Young. I don't see how you could pass up on him at 2.
No. I think the Redskins are much more likely to trade out. 2 and 3 are the spots I think trades most likely to happen.
Yeah, but I think the only way the team trades up to 2 is to take a quarterback.
Agreed.
But then I would think, why would you trade into 2 when you could trade into 3? Because Washington aren't going to take a quarterback, I don't think.
No, but I think what people are worried about is not trading up to 2 and then getting leapfrogged by someone else.
Yeah.
The interesting thing that I think is if a team does trade up to 2 to take a quarterback, and then the Lions are sitting there at 3, probably planning to take Okuda, and Chase Young's there, what do?
Oh, you take Young?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you scrap everything and take the best player.
Yeah. So me and you both got Burrow 1, Chase Young 2.
Yeah.
Lions picking 3rd.
Okuda.
Yeah. Unless something weird happens, it'll be Okuda.
I mean, they have a habit of letting their big players go and then just replacing them in the draft.
This is the spot. Go. Sorry, go on.
No. So they let Slay go, and this is just like it's typical Lions to just do a like-for-like replacement.
Yeah. This is the spot where I think is most likely to be a trade.
I hope there is.
Yeah, same. But I just don't like the value in taking a corner in the top 3 as well.
No, but I said that a couple of years ago, Denzel Ward, and I laughed at the Browns for taking him. And he's actually been very good.
He was 4th, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, and no one expected that. I remember us sitting watching that draft and laughing out loud.
I was laughing at him, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I thought they took the wrong quarterback as well.
Yes. But, I mean, I think that's probably still a fair argument.
Well, yeah, we'll see.
I'd still rather have Darnold.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt if with Kitchens last year, but
Okay, moving on then. Number 4, the Giants.
Again, I feel like this trade could be traded. Sorry, this pick, Tristan Wirfs.
I have the same as you again.
They have to protect Daniel Jones for the next few years.
Agreed.
They've got a terrible team. They've got so many holes to fill, but I go offensive line.
I don't think Wirfs is the best player available, but the value of offensive line, especially tackle, is so high. That's what made me pick Wirfs over. They've got some interesting options like Simmons. But anyway, let's move on.
Yeah.
The Dolphins then picking fifth in both our mocks. You've got Herbert and Tua on the board as well as a lot of other people.
Well, who do you have?
I've got them taking Herbert.
Okay, I've got them Tua.
Yeah, I think maybe it's just the rumours that come out the day or two before the draft. But I've seen a lot of rumours the last couple of days that are saying the Dolphins favour Herbert over Tua. However true they are, you don't know. But
I would agree with them. I do as well. But I think with all the talk that there was last year about tanking for Tua, they're going to get their guy at an even lower price now.
Yeah.
So I think they still go with it.
And then the Chargers at 6.
Herbert.
So I've got them taking Tua. I think that's a great spot. Whoever you are as the Chargers, whoever you end up with, I think you're pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
That's a team that could trade up. I don't know what they have in terms of assets, but
and Herbert in terms of geography isn't moving very far either.
No, just down the west coast,
which I think is quite good for him.
This brings us to the bit where I think is a bit more open now. You've got the main three quarterbacks off the board, the best and probably the second best defensive player off the board, and the number one tackle prospect off the board. So that leads us to the Panthers at 7. Who have you
got? Derek Brown.
Okay.
Auburn.
Yeah.
They don't have any pieces on defense. Why not start right in the middle, get the best player available?
You see, I've got Isaiah Simmons here for the
Okay.
Panthers. They've got holes. They just lost Kuechly. They could use a playmaker at linebacker.
Yeah, I was thinking him as well. Who was next on the list for them?
The problem I see with Isaiah Simmons is, do you remember when Jabril Peppers?
Yeah.
When he came out and people were like, oh, he's a hybrid. I don't know where he plays. Maybe he plays linebacker. Maybe he plays safety. And it just turns out that they pick a position and they're very average at the NFL level. He's
a very average safety.
Yeah.
I could never see Jabril Peppers playing linebacker now looking at him.
No.
But Simmons is a completely different animal.
I'm just very wary of people that come into the league and you don't know where to put them.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on. So number 8, you got the Cards.
Yeah. Who do you got?
Jedrick Wills, offensive tackle from Alabama.
Okay. I've got CD Lamb out of Oklahoma.
That could be interesting. As another playmaker, he's very similar to Hopkins though.
Yeah, but I look at the Cardinals. I think Kyler Murray played with Lamb at Oklahoma. Larry Fitzgerald is in his last year. That he can't sign again.
No.
At 38, I think he is now. They're gonna have. Then they've got Hopkins and Lamb going forward. I think that's pretty good to look at.
They could have a really good offense.
Yeah. I think you get Lamb in, give him a year. You know, wide receivers usually take the longest to adjust to the NFL. So
Dan Titans, yeah.
Yeah, so I think give him a year, especially with Larry Fitzgerald being there, he could be really good.
Yeah. The 9th pick is the Jags. Who do you have them taking?
C.J. Henderson.
The corner.
Corner, yeah.
You see, I've got Derek Brown here, but you'd already had him off the table.
Yeah. The Jags, I think, again, so many holes.
Yeah.
They traded their 2 best corners away in the last 2 seasons.
Yeah. I think this is a case of take the best player available because they've got so many needs.
Yeah.
That's why I had it as Derek Brown. I mean, there's a lot of rumours today that the Jags are looking to trade down.
Yeah, but I've also heard that the Jags, they're almost not planning for this year. They're going to run with Minshew, see what happens, and then perhaps try and get Lawrence next year.
That's such a badly run organisation.
It is, yeah. But I don't think Minshew's a long-term answer anyway. So.
It'd be interesting to see what they get for Ngakwe.
Yeah, I
don't think he has that much value. I mean, he's a great player, but
I'd give away 2 seconds for him, maybe.
I think the main interest seems to be from the Seahawks, but they just traded a bunch for Clowney, didn't they? And then he didn't resign.
Yeah, actually, I saw a list today of the remaining free agents, and there's some really good players out there.
Yeah, and then at 10 we have the Browns.
So this is where I've got them taking Jedrick Wills.
I got them taking Becton again, just offensive tackle. They'd be stupid to not go offensive tackle.
Yeah, Becton's my next picks for the Jets.
The Jets, I had taken Judy.
Okay, yeah. They're one of those teams, again, they've got so many things to fill. they don't seem like they've done it in free agency either.
They don't seem like they've done anything in free agency.
No, they're a team with no hope, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it's a shame really because they're wasting the good formative years of one of the best young quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah, but get a tackle, at least get him protected a bit more. Make sure he's not seeing ghosts again. See where he does.
Okay, this is where I had the run on wide receivers. So I had the Jets taking Judy at 11 and the Raiders taking Lamb at 12.
So I got the Raiders taking Judy next.
Yeah. I think Raiders are just glaring. They're going to take wide receiver.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of rumours about them trading up into the late rounds as well to try and get Jordan Love.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
But where does that put Derek Carr? Because I think Derek Carr is still a good quarterback. Gruden doesn't seem sold on Derek Carr, so where could he end up if that played out?
I think he's too good to be a backup.
Yeah.
But I'm not thrilled about him being my starter either.
Yeah.
I think he's an average league starter. He's in like that position. He's better than Andy Dalton, so he's above the Dalton line, but
just a bit, yeah. All right.
I'm just trying to think who else I'd compare him to. Matt Stafford's a way better quarterback than him. Okay, Niners at 13.
I have you taking Kinlaw.
I wouldn't mind that. But it's again, it's like replacing Buckner with a younger Buckner.
Yeah, it's a replacement pick, but like I said to you the other day, I think is your offense is pretty dynamic with any receivers you have. You don't need that superstar.
No, but then again, we weren't good until Sanders came in. I've got to take in Ruggs here. I'm not the biggest Ruggs fan. I'd rather trade down and take Michael Pittman Jr. in the second round.
Yeah.
If we can get him there. But, I mean, Ruggs is the third wide receiver on most people's boards unless you have Jefferson from LSU up there.
Yeah.
I think there's so much value at receiver. I don't like burning a pick, especially when we don't have a second, a third, or a fourth round pick.
Oh, you don't?
No. We have 2 firsts and then 5th onwards.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not deep.
No, not at all. That's why I think at least one of these first rounds is going to get traded.
Yeah. So the Buccaneers at 14, is it?
Yep.
I've got them taking Thomas.
Andrew Thomas. Yeah, I've got the same. I mean, just makes sense, doesn't it? They're in win now.
Yeah.
You don't sign a 40-odd-year-old quarterback to not win now.
Yeah, exactly. You had the same pick?
Yeah, the same pick.
Okay, fair enough.
I could definitely see that happening, to be honest.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at it.
No.
The Broncos, I've got them taking Ruggs, and they don't even have to trade up.
15, I've got the Broncos taking Jefferson from LSU.
Okay, well I have Ruggs.
Ruggs, yeah.
He's still on the board. There was talk of them trading up for a receiver.
I heard that above the Jets.
Yeah, I don't see why they need to trade up. There's too many hits to take.
Not only that, but I don't like trading up for a receiver anyway.
Yeah, especially what was that Niners guy who never played a game?
AJ Jenkins
out of Pittsburgh.
AJ Jenkins, was it?
Yeah. He was terrible.
We had some terrible picks. I saw a graphic the other day. It was like the best first round picks of the Niners in the last 10 years, and there was like 4 players there.
Since 2007, the Jets have drafted 69 players outside of the first round. None have made the Pro Bowl with the Jets or any other team. During the same time, every other team in the league has averaged at least 6 Pro Bowlers in the second or later rounds.
That's ridiculous.
And they've had 0. That's just pathetic.
That is pathetic. That's not even like an anomaly.
No, that's just bad drafting.
It's just bad organisation, yeah. It's a shame, really. But anyway, 16 to conclude half the first round mark.
So, the Falcons picking up Isaiah Simmons because he's dropped on my board.
Yeah. Oh, I had CJ Henderson here because he's still on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think, the Falcons, they need help on defense.
I think they need help everywhere.
Yeah, their wide receiver room's pretty good, but...
Yeah, I like Ridley.
Now we'll see about how Gurley gets on there, but...
I think we were pretty similar in a lot of places. Obviously, we had the top 4 picks the same. 5 and 6 were reversible. And then, it was best player available at certain positions all the way down. Yeah,
I'm a big fan of just best player available.
Yeah, agreed.
Just stockpile, why not?
Yeah, agreed. I mean, especially for these teams that aren't in win now. Just take the most supremely talented person you can find. Fill the holes later. You're not going to win this season.
Yeah.
All right. So you said you had some sleeper picks.
Yeah, just like later round guys who I've kind of kept tabs on over the last season that I think could be good. Josh Uche out of Michigan, his stock seems to be falling, and I'm not sure why because he seems very, very talented. Jeremy Chin, he's a tweener I was talking about, so they don't know whether he's linebacker or safety.
Yeah.
Which is obviously might put teams off. But if you can get him in the 5th or 6th round, then that's a pretty solid pick there.
I've got one for you. Peoples-Jones. Maybe not as a receiver, but as a return man.
From Michigan, yeah.
Yeah. I really liked him as a returner.
I remember him as a rookie on All or Nothing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I remember him as a rookie, but only in the games. Speaking of players we remember watching play, when I went to go see USC versus Colorado, and Laviska Shenault was there.
He's on my list as well. He's falling hard, like in this. It seems to.
He's just been injured.
Yeah, apparently.
But there are teams that do take injured players,
like the Niners. Yeah.
Yeah, and like the Packers.
Yeah. From what I hear, he's not as polished as the other players in his route running and execution. But I've always really liked him watching him play.
Yeah.
I've been a fan of him for a couple of seasons now.
It wouldn't surprise me if he went to the Niners in the second round if we do trade down.
Yeah, the Steelers are looking at probably a receiver or running back.
Yeah.
In the second as well. Another one, a running back was Zach Moss out of Utah. He had 4 seasons at Utah, averaging 1,000 yards a season and 38 touchdowns over 4 years.
Jesus.
And I look at that and I think that's good, consistent production. However, do you want to draft a running back who's had that many carries in college?
Has he been healthy though?
Yeah, he hurt his thigh at the combine. I think there's a lot of toll on the body at that point, and it's like, how long, does he last in the NFL?
Where do you think the first running back goes?
Probably mid to late first.
I think late first. Jonathan Taylor's going to be the first running back taken, but I just don't see anyone who's going to take him.
What about DeAndre Swift?
I think he's an early second round pick. Anyway, should we call this? We're obviously going to record tomorrow live.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Nice one, mate.
Right, cool.
I'll speak to you later. Take care.
Yeah. Take it.